weekday. Don't be surprised, don't be surprised. Walk like us. They even talk like us. Walk, walk, walk like us. But they are not like us. On the weekday, you can see the signs, you can see the signs. They wear the disguise. Look into the mind's eye. There's nowhere to hide. No stick-covered lies. Whispers from afar. We know who you are. Windows to the stars. Walk like us. They even talk like us. Walk, walk, walk like us. But they are not like us. On the weekday, you can see the signs, you can see the signs. Don't be surprised on the weekday. Read between the lines, read between the lines. They wear the disguise. Look into the mind's eye. There's nowhere to hide. All stick-coated lies. Whispers from afar. We know who you are. Windows to the stars.
So that's about 1 hour. And the rotor axis was pointing and is pointing directly at about 5 degrees. The legs of the gimbal that's attached to the clock, moving clock, tabletop platform thing, has moved round from 5 degrees, or I think it may have been 10 degrees, I'll have to go back and have a look, to between 20 and 25 degrees, which would correlate with the eternity Earth being 15 degrees per hour, or 360 degrees in 24 hours. So I'm happy with this. I'm not sure whether to leave it another hour or not. Set it up more rigidly, but for all intents and purposes it seems to be resisting the friction in the bearing. This is an unoiled, non-ball bearinged pivot on the bottom of the gyro. I think it's copper maybe, or brass. Looks like brass. talking quite slowly because any movement in here might rock it, and I don't want to jog it or muck it up. I'm going to leave it for another hour, see how it gets on. So there we've got a record. So we've got the gyro pointing at 5 degrees. Gimbal leg pointing at, I'm going to say 20 degrees. 20, it's different when you look at it to when you look at camera. Okay, let's give it 22 degrees. And that was at 8 p.m. Later.
Walk like us. They even talk like us. Walk like us. But they are not like us. On the weekday, you can see the signs, you can see the signs. Don't be surprised on the weekday. Read between the lines, read between the lines. They wear the disguise, look into the mind's eye. There's nowhere to hide, lost it, cold lies. Whispers from afar, we know who you are. Windows to the stars.
There we have the gimbal leg is pointing at 35. And the gyroscope is dead set on 5 degrees. No change. And so this is where everyone thinks it could be faked a million ways. And of course it could. So this is where people say that this is rigid. It's holding it in place. Well, it's not. It's when they say it's stuck. So we move it this way. And we move it that way to show it's not stuck. And all in all, nope, that's all it not. And that shows it's not stuck to that. All in all, and this is releasing. This is the bearing that was accused of holding this steady, so as not to show the movement of the Earth. However, I think what we've shown here is that there's nothing wrong with this gyroscope setup or bearing. Right, I'll leave it there. So we'll just demonstrate that this spins, turns with the page when it's not spun up, when the gyro is not spun up. So let's spin it up and then I'll show you how it keeps its position. So that's just spinning up there now, you might be able to hear it. Even at this low speed, the gyroscope will hold its position. See that? Okay, so what we want to do, line it up exactly okay. Okay, so that's 6 hours, no movement whatsoever. As the video's shown, no one's tampered with it, touched it, gone anywhere near it. So what I'm going to do now is move the protractor underneath it and simulating the movement of the Earth, just showing you that it's not fixed or glued or whatever other craziness you think I might be pulling. So, can you make this?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. So there you see, if anything below it was moving, it would maintain its position of rigidity in space, and we started it off there for 6 hours and we have no movement whatsoever.